get very personal in this video and discuss a few things that are very important to me. First off, I just want to say thank you, everyone. Without all of you guys, honestly, I wouldn't be here today. And if you legitimately think I'm lying, I'm not. I'm dead serious. 3 years ago, I was in a very bad place. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I was not good mentally. I had so much anxiety, depression, all sorts of stuff. And if you have been following me for a very long time, you might be aware of the videos I uploaded years ago talking about my personal issues around that time. And I'm in a much better headspace for clarification, but there was a few things that were able to help me out through those difficult time periods. For one, it was you guys, the community. Call me parasocial, go for it, it's fine. But the truth of the matter is, you guys did help me through a very hard period. And also me committing to my work ethic and uploading a video daily, which gets into one of the things I want to talk about. About a week ago, I realized I crossed a massive milestone that honestly slipped my mind, which is crazy. But I have now been uploading a video daily for over 3 years. And now I know that's not something a lot of people are going to care about, but that is crazy when you think about it. Like, 3 years, okay? That is like over 900 plus days of a video uploaded every single day at the bare minimum. And the fact that I was able to accomplish a goal like that is insane. And the reason why I even decided to take this task and do something like that was because I wanted to be on a schedule. I wanted to be able to commit to something, to be able to push away the sadness, the anxiety, the depression, and everything to just completely focus on my content, but also you guys, the community. And eventually, thanks to this, one thing led to another, where I have met a lot of different people. I have met so many wonderful people in our community, and I've been able to grow as a content creator. And in fact, this last year, I have grown more as a content creator than I have done in years. And I think in part the reason for this is for two big reasons. One is thanks to the censorship-related news that I have been talking about, because I took a stand for artists and creative expression and freedom, and talking about the whole payment processor, Steam, and itch.io. It definitely drew in a lot of new people that never heard of me before, and there was a lot of people that were in these spaces that found out about me, and are now kind of my friends. I talk about continuously with different subjects on social media. So, I think in part the reason why there has been a lot of growth to the channel is definitely that. But another aspect I think that really helped the channel grow, which is crazy, but all the negativity from my harassers at the beginning of this year and the end of 2024, to make a long story short, I got heavily harmed by harassers that didn't just go after me to seek my end, but even went after my family. They hacked my accounts, they just did a lot of horrific things. There's a lot of stuff, I've talked about this in separate videos, there's a lot of different discussions on it online. The point of the matter is that I feel like all the harassment and haters that you were coming after me caused a lot of people to discover me for the first time and realize that my harassers were pretty much more or less full of shit, and then people started following me. And so, in turn, I have grown a lot as a content creator. I feel like it has helped me become more mentally strong than I ever have been, because honestly, I was forced to do that or just break as a person, especially everything that I have been through in the last year. And I know this is like just something that not too many people care about, but it's important for me to get these words out there to kind of just say, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come, Jacob. You're still uploading videos. You're still making content. You did not give up. You did not bend the knee to peer pressure, cancel culture, and those that want to seek your end. You are still here standing. And that honestly is just, I'm proud of myself. But honestly, I gotta be completely blunt here. I would not have been able to stand strong like I am right here, right now, if it wasn't for just the overwhelming support of the community. On YouTube, on Twitter, my family, my fiance, my friends. If it wasn't for everyone pitching in and just offering so much support, I don't know where I would be right now, honestly, in terms of headspace, mental space, everything. I don't know where I would be. And I'm just being completely blunt. I'm being completely transparent. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or, over-exaggerate it. I'm just being completely blunt. But the overwhelming support has just been something that I don't think I could ever repay. Like, I appreciate all of you out there more than anything. Like, guys, you could call me parasocial, you could call me a baby, crybaby, a wuss, whatever, but I do look at you guys as kind of like a second family. I've said this before in the years ago, and I know it might not be healthy to, say stuff like this, but it does mean a lot to me. Like, you guys, you are completely unaware of just how many dark times you guys have gotten me through. And to think that I'm able to be here at the end of 2025, still making content, uploading videos, discussing what I love to a community that loves me, I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. And to think that, like, I was able to upload a video daily for 3 years, able to try to get in a better headspace mentally and overcome certain anxiety and depression I had, I owe it all a lot to you guys. And I hope you guys continue to support me going into 2026, and you guys look forward to a lot of the content that I plan to upload going into 2026, which reminds me, I do want to talk about a few things that are anime, manga, and censorship related wise. So, as I made 3 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution to upload daily. That was a commitment I made to myself. I'm making a new commitment, a new resolution, and that resolution is to, at the very least, try my damn hardest to make more anime and manga chapter reviews, like anime episode reviews and manga chapter reviews going into 2026, because honestly, there is a lot of news that I cover, a lot of censorship news, a lot of anime and manga related news, but I do want to keep it simple sometimes and do talk about certain anime in more in-depth. And I want to do that because a lot of people have asked me, Chibi, could you do stuff like that more? And I want to do that. And I feel like I want to open up with 2026 with a lot of stuff to talk about, because obviously there's going to be Jujutsu Kaisen, there's going to be Frieren Season 2, there's going to be Sentence to be a Hero. Just those 3 alone, not including Oshinoko and other series, I want to be talking about. And so I feel like there's going to be enough content for me to talk about on a consistent basis, weekly wise, that I feel like is going to be able to allow me to keep up with my New Year's resolution. So that is a commitment I'm keeping to myself. And for those that have made it this far in this video, please remind me and make me stick to that. Please don't let me back out and forget my New Year's resolution. Make me stick to it. I would appreciate all of you guys for continuously reminding me of that. With that being said, this wouldn't be a video, I guess, if I didn't talk about something that is more of a recommendation as a manga, anime, or a webcomic to some degree. And I do want to recommend a series here that I was reading this morning that interested me greatly. And now, not everybody will care about this one too much, but I do want to recommend this series called Who's That Girl? And this one honestly kind of really hit me a little bit because it made me think about, like, what I'm even talking about in this video. That never give up on your dreams, your aspirations, and what you want to be. And if you give up, you'll never know if you could have achieved it or not. And that's more or less what this series is. What Who's That Girl actually is as a story. And let me just give a brief summary. So more or less, the story opening, first chapter, is about this myth, this legend, that apparently if you go into the mountains, you get these special herbs or whatever, you could turn into whatever you were in your previous life. In this case, this dude turns into a dog, and that's what he was in his previous life. But long story short, continuing on, we have our main male character that turns into a girl to be an idol. And this reminds me so much of Ranma 1/2. Like, if you've ever watched, like, Ranma, or let's say Full Moon. Full Moon's really good, by the way. If you don't know what Full Moon is, please go watch that anime. But, like, this series reminded me a lot of Ranma, and the reason why, like, it inspired me to even want to talk about in this video and relate it to my topic I'm discussing is because the main male character was at the precipice of giving up. Like, he was someone that didn't have a good face. He was someone that everybody was judging and hating on. You know, he had a failed life, a failed high school. He was being labeled as a bully when he was not a bully. Just everything about his situation was just downright tragic. It was not a good situation in any shape or form. And basically, he was just at a dead end, about to give up, but an opportunity presented itself, and he was able to have another chance. But this time, thanks to magical medicine, he is able to temporarily shift into basically a woman to be an idol in this idol group, while having basically a double life. It's really cool. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of like traditional stories like Rama One Half or Full Moon, and like Boku Girl, if you guys have ever actually read that manga. It reminds me of a few stories like this, like some very classic OG manga and anime from years upon years ago in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And I don't know, just the theme of this story really stuck with me, and I was just like, you know what? I like this a lot. I kind of want to recommend this since it relates to the emotions I'm feeling in this video. But with the recommendation out of the way for this, getting back into what I started with in this video, I do want to say thank you everyone that has been supporting me for 2025. I hope you guys continue to support me in 2026. You guys, you know, help spread the channel. You retweet me on Twitter, you leave likes and all that, you share the videos. Hopefully you guys continue to do that. I would greatly appreciate it, because honestly, without you guys, I don't know what I would do. I really don't. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed day and a happy new year and a very fantastic 2026. Be safe, everyone. Chibi out.